we've also got the match, I believe the matchroom show with Lee Woods coming up, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I believe that's coming up soon. So we've got Cory Luke versus Ishaaq coming up next. So it's Ishaaq's coming up next. He's coming out first.
Is this oh, my fault. Ishaaq.
Looking confident, looking fresh. He's got very, very long reach as well. Yeah. So we can expect a long jab, a standing off jab coming into this first round straight away. Kind of reminds me of a brother with that long jab. He will step it off and he'll follow through with the right hand. But again, getting on the inside might be a problem for him, depending on the size of his opponent.
Cory.
So this is Cory Luke coming in now. And he's obviously against a tough opponent because you can see this guy's got a long reach. And you can see by his build that he's very athletic and fast, which is in and out jab, in, out. Depending on obviously physique and tiredness, you can say this is going to be a bit of a long night.
Yeah, with long arms like that, as long as you pair it with some good movement, we could be looking at anything. Long bench hooks.
With long arms, you can say anything with kind of. Again.
Here we have Cory Luke.
This is Cory Luke from Shinfield's gym. Trains with our, obviously one of our fighters that are fighting on tonight. Martin Cross, so you know I kind of expect disciplined performance really, because they are very strict on how they act and they won't send a fighter out without them being disciplined.
Yeah, Shinfield's got a great team of boxers.
Absolutely. Wouldn't like to have that puffy jacket on though, coming in. It's a bit warm. But you know, it's there to see, you know, a gym represents how a fighter reacts and how they perform. You know, you can tell he's got a long jab, but will he rely on that long jab, or will he step in and come with the body shots and go in deeper? So I think as we go through the fight in the first round, he will rely on that long jab, setting it up. But as soon as he starts stepping in and cutting the angles off, then maybe we will see the body shots, the uppercuts, and then depends his fitness-wise.
I feel like from Cory, being from Shinfields, we can expect a very disciplined guard. I can't imagine him being caught with too many loose shots.
See the uppercuts come in with a jab. Look, coming out with that jab, lovely. Stepping it off. That's boxing 2010. You know, stepping off with that jab, lovely. But these days, people have now managed to cut off the ring and they work it in nicely.
Nice head movement.
You know,
very nice head movement.
He's very wayward with his long hands. He's not set. Come with his jab, but he's not implemented that. So he's getting now pressured. Because when someone with long hands gets pressured on the inside, they don't know what to do because they rely on that.
I think he's not getting his shoulder behind the shot enough. And what I've noticed as well,
he's not snapping that jab either.
His back foot's leaving the floor as he throws his jab.
Yes, so absolutely. I've seen that. Yes.
He's sacrificing quite a lot of power, quite a lot of force. You're not going to be able to keep a fighter like this back with pathetic jabs. You're going to have to give
it's constant pressure from him at this moment in point. You know what I mean? It's from Cory. It's constant pressure. You know what I mean? It's there. He's inside. He's using his weight, and he's leaning against him. There's only so much he can do. And again, I've always reiterated the importance of a clinch. And I've not seen that once.
He's got some nice evasive head movement.
Cory should be parrying, really. Parrying, he put over around.
Step back in with his own,
yeah, of course. But who are we to say that?
Yeah, that's the ideal shot there, I believe. Right hook to body. Force them into a high guard, take away their vision from that right hook to body, and then everything opens up.
He's very capable. I just don't think, obviously, Ishaaq he doesn't know how to use his boxing ability right at this moment in time.
He's got the tools, he just doesn't have the experience to use them.
Yeah, he's not going on his back foot, he's not going around the ring. And long jab,
good first round.
The old saying, what's the word? The jab can carry you around the world.
Yeah, good jab can take you around the world.
Yeah. And at this moment in time, yeah, he's got the capabilities to have that, but he's getting over-pressured and overpowered, you know. And that's just the pure size of
it. It could be anything in the ring, pressure, or anything. What we know,
that's what I was saying. Why have a vest on him anyway?
Yeah.
That was one thing I was going to alliterate. Why? It's a hot environment. We're warm in here, aren't we?
Yeah, boiling.
And you've got the lights, and obviously disco lights, everything on top. You don't want that. I think the second round's going to deliver more than we expect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Crowd's filled up as well. Look at the crowd. It's packed now.
Yeah. Both fighters eager.
I think the ring might be too small for Ishaaq.
Yeah.
I think if he's wanting to lean in with that jab and his arm, it might be just a little bit too compact for him to be able to implement his strategies.
To make a small ring like this work for a tall fighter, you either need force, enough to keep the opponent back, but that's easier said than done with an opponent like this, or you need the evasive footwork. And from what I've seen,
he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the evasive footwork, no. Because if he was coming back, he would have stepped round the ring and opened up his angles.
Every time he's taking a step to the left after the exchange, and he's open for that big overhand right from Cory every shot.
Absolutely. That jab's nice, but it wasn't forced, was it? It wasn't stepped in with that left-hand side.
He used to stomp his foot, toes through the ground,
absolutely,
get that shoulder in, down and through.
Make it feel like you've been jabbed with the right hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's playing a dangerous game there, leaning against his opponent the way he is, because if he steps back
and he's not clinching.
Yeah.
Which is key.
Don't be there if you're not going to do anything about it.
Clinching is key to any point of boxing. Having that 5-second rest will get you to get your breather back. But he's pushed him across. He needs to get over his shoulder, clinch him, take his arms away from him, and then when the ref sees his break, go to your corner and take your 10 seconds, which you're eligible to have.
I'd like to see him pumping that foot more in the jabs, a bit more shoulder.
Obviously, Isaac's hitting that uppercut, coming in, but then he's taking 4 or 5 more after. I think he's just overwhelmed of power that's coming forward. You know, this static, like fridge-like mentality towards him is coming to him, and it takes him away, doesn't it?
Ooh, big shots. The referee could call this in a minute.
No.
Saved by the bell.
Saved by the bell, indeed, Paul. If I was Cory in this round, well, I'm not, obviously. I'm saying if I was going forward now, I would literally just come out that corner now and rush him.
Just got to be dominant,
Yeah, dominant. And like I say, you can tell by the size of it. You know, he's got more shoulder width and, you know, size. So just put him in that corner and overwhelm him.
Anything that he's hoping to accomplish from the back foot, he could easily accomplish just the same as the aggressor if he just puts his chin down.
Someone with a long jab will need time. He'll need time to assess it. So once he comes out, he will literally have his hands up and be like, oh, no, it won't happen. But again, you know, it might be a completely different round, we don't know. Like I said, he wants to use that jab, but he hasn't got the time to use it. And Cory understands that, look, he's missing now. He's getting on the inside of him. Smother him in a way with long arms. Smother someone with long arms. And they can't come inside you or have you at range. I
think Ishaaq really needs to keep his right hand up because Cory starts scouting out.
It's wayward now. You know, some of the punches, they're just becoming telegraphed now, aren't they? They're being telegraphed. Like,
that'll come from fatigue and fear.
yeah.
But
They caught with a good check right hand there. And again, check right hand there. Again, over the hand, the jaw. But he's still standing, he's still moving, he's still doing his bit.
I think he's respecting that right hand so much, he's completely forgetting about the left hook.
I'll agree, buddy. I'll agree. I mean, look, the thing is with his jab, it's not authorizing. Like you said, he drops it and then throws it. He needs to step in every time, then to follow through with the right hand. And if he could put a hook after, he could do. The old 1-2 left hook, innit? You know, you could do that. But he's, at this moment in time, it's becoming lackluster, you know. Things are being, you know, as the fight goes on, as you know,
there we go.
You get tiring, don't you?
Good little exchange from both fighters there.
Oh, it's good uppercut there.
What they're made of.
Good, good. Nice little roll there. Cory's asserting his dominance at this moment in time. Stepping back, really. He should be using that jab, but he's stepping it back. He's coming in. He's using his, you know, his thighs to really cut off the ring.
Yeah.
Got caught lackluster there. It was a bit lazy at the end when he got caught with that right hand.
Up a bit at the end.
That right hand was a bit lazy at the end to be caught with that. He should have his hands up. But again, you know, he's using his thighs. You know, he's stepping forward. He's cutting off the ring nicely. If he was a little bit sharper, he could cut it off quicker and literally fully immobilise him and not allow him to have the arms reach. You know, if you've got long arms, to go in, not let him feed that arm out, to allow that in.
Not just that. The longer the arm, it's the more damage they can do at long range, but the second you get in close,
put the arm out, then step back right hand, then yeah. It's the old Klitschko routine, wasn't it?
I like to think of it as like a baseball bat. If you get hit with the full swing of a baseball bat, it's going to hurt. But if you get hit with a handle, you're not really going to feel it.
Close it off and don't let it as much.
Exactly, you push
Come
it.
and get it, I agree. Well, we have a winner. It is Cory Luke. Fantastic fight, though. I think it was a unanimous decision, to be fair. Yeah. Which, I'll be honest with you, it was.
Pretty unanimous.
It's not just being busy. It was like he looked more aggressive and he wanted it more than the opponent.
Solid performance.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's fantastic. Guys, you at home, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you tuning in. This is Ashton's promotion Enter the Jungle at where we're at the Palais, aren't we? We're at the Palais in Nottingham. So thank you very much. I'm Sam Vollitt. This is
Leighton Chandler.
There we go, there we are. And we will be your commentators for the night.
Thanks for having us.
Until I need the toilet. Thanks for having us, we appreciate it. Ashton Promotions, the biggest promotion company within Nottingham for the unlicensed scene and the pro scene. But guys, if you ever fancy fighting, you guys get yourselves involved. Yeah, contact Oliver or John, get yourselves involved.